Alright, yeah, welcome back to the final episode with our Marionette Master Reanimator deck. So as always, this episode is sponsored by 5 Color Combo, so if you check the description you'll find a link to their website where they've got some really cool Magic the Gathering tokens made by real Magic the Gathering artists. So if that's something that interests you, then be sure to check it out. Alright guys, let's get into the games. Okay, we're on the play. We have a Neonate to drop Colossus in the bin, and then after that we have bugger all to do, so it's not a terrible hand, but it ain't a great one either. We have all of our colours, Dispel and some Self-Mill and a Panic button. I think that's good enough to me. Okay, let's go with Mountain so that we can Sulphur Falls next turn. If we should choose to hold up a Dispel for any particular reason. Canopy Vista. Our opponent, by the way, is rank 28, called Stasiki Karasiki. Yes. Probably butchered that. Okay. Just play our Sulphur Falls, pass the turn. Next turn, piece of the puzzle, hopefully dumping some of our combo pieces. And then we'll just play Swamps for Languish for the rest of the game. And see what our opponent's doing. This looks like Super Friends to me, which I haven't actually come across yet, so it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. So we'll just go pieces of the puzzle. So we don't really have any ways to deal with Planeswalkers, we just kind of want to rush them out. That is an absolute dud, so not pleased about that. Ah dear, it happens. It's variance for you. Alright. Ooh. We've got Renown cards. You need dealing with, because if you get any combat damage in, you are out of Languish range, so I do need to deal with you. I've got something to discard now, so that's pretty good. So, I suppose we'll just go Smouldering Marsh and pass the turn. Seems good enough to me. And he's coming in for the attack. So we're just going to murder it. If he has counter, we have Dispel. Yeah, we have a Dispel of our own, mate. I'm sorry. I do need this off the board. Can't deal with it otherwise. If he's running Dispels, he's got to be running other counter magic. So we'll keep that in mind. Right, so he plays an Elvish Visionary and draws a card. And plays a Sun Petal Grove. So this is just Bant then. Figured it might turn into 5 colour. Alright, well, Sulphur Falls, pass the turn again. Not much we can do with this hand. We're kind of just waiting on at least some self-mill or discard. We have none of our combo pieces in the graveyard yet, which is not good. Which is why I would prefer something like a Cathartic Reunion. So we could discard Verdurous Gearhulk and the Swamp. But we're only taking 1 a turn, so I mean, who cares? We've got ourselves a mountain, so we're up to our mana cost that we are required for our Ever After. But there's just a Neonate in there. Is the only thing we can grab. Which ain't good. Ain't good at all. So we're taking 1 again. And passing a turn. This is going to be a slow game if this is the rate we're going at. Alright, I really want a Cathartic Reunion now. Let's just make our land drop, pass the turn. I feel like our opponent might have just been holding up counter magic, expecting us to do something. It's going to be really weird for him to look at our current board state and go, why the hell is he not casting anything? It's got to look like counter magic with our 2 blue open. So he must be holding on to his good cards, thinking we're planning on countering them, and we're just really not. Plus we did dispel one of his cards, so that just says we're trying to control him. Flooding out on our lands now. So the moment our opponent decides that he can't be bothered working his way through counter magic, we are going to lose. We are taking 2 a turn now, but 2 a turn is absolutely fine. We've gone through worst odds. Usually they've got a Smuggler's Copter down hitting us for 3 on turn 3 for the rest of the game. Alright, unlicensed disintegration is okay. At this rate, we're going to be casting our Metalwork Colossus for the sake of it. What is Void Grafter? Enters the battlefield. Another target creature gains hexproof until the end of the turn. Sure. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We do have a Languish for when this gets out of hand. Just going to have to make sure he doesn't have his blue mana open. Though Dispel only counters instants, so he won't be able to counter our board wipe. Does not mean he doesn't have a counter spell. But I think the only 1 blue counter spells are ones that make you pay to counter the counter. So you know what? I think, because we've got 4 mana open, I think that pays for any counter spell he might have. Except for a straight up counter, and I just don't think there is any 1 blue counter spells that Languish would be targeted by. Let's do it. Let's get his board gone. Slow him down. We get to hold up our removal. And our blue mana. Bounding Grixis. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I think our opponent was trying to build his deck around a creature focused deck, and ours is just literally just not that case. You can tap down our Marionette Master when it enters the battlefield all you want, but it ain't going nowhere. We'll take this 3. Gotta feel like he's got something far worse in his hand. Passes the turn. More lands. Jesus Christ. Ah, the flood is real. What's really annoying is I've already recorded 2 matches before this and won, but on the 4th turn every single time they lagged out and cut to the AI, which was really annoying. So I ended up deleting the footage. Gets him for 3. The moment he plays that land, Eunice is dead. And if you don't, it's going to Radiant Flames it instead. Because I don't think there's a 3 mana flash card that improves power and toughness. Piece of the puzzle is finally a good thing to see. Let's wipe his board. Let's go pieces of the puzzle. Hope to find a discard outlet like Cathartic Reunion. And we do. We get several actually, which is nice. So, Cathartic Reunion discarding Verdurous Gearhulk and the Colossus. Or do we just want to be more efficient with our mana and just go pieces of the puzzle? We don't have a Marionette Master in the graveyard, so until we do, we might as well just look like we have more cards to play around with. Let's pieces of the puzzle. Hopefully he doesn't have a 3 mana 6 power creature. There's Marionette Master. Okay. We win next turn short of a counter spell or life gain. Oh no. It's lagging out again. Oh. Game is sinking, cuts to the second main. This is exactly how it works every single time, except for it's gone a lot later this time. Yeah, there's something wrong with the servers today. I mean, I'm gonna keep trying to play matches, but it's already 20 to 9 and the videos go up at 11 GMT. So you can kind of imagine what the likelihood of this video going up on time is. So, being that it is guaranteed to be late at this point, just know why it is not my fault. I have set out plenty of time and the servers are just lagged out, so yeah, this is the 3rd time this has happened in a row. So looks like I cannot play Magic today except for against the AI. I'm finishing this match though, just to make the evidence perfectly clear. that I wasn't just lazy and didn't put out the video, because I realised I didn't put out the second one before. Well, that was a timing issue. So I'll cut to when the AI eventually kicks in, and then we'll beat them next turn. There we go. Right, well, that wasn't actually as long as I thought it'd be. Let's continue playing. And Green Warden of Murasa officially puts the nail in the coffin. It is a tap out. Cannot cast anything, cannot play Blessed Alliance. There is no 1 mana life gain spell. We play a land. We dump our combo pieces. We draw 3 cards. And we ever after our combo together. Skadoosh. Counters on the master. Create some servos. Resolves, and we win. Cool. 2 artifacts, 10 damage. Oop, no. 2 artifacts, 10 damage. There we go. Yeah. Don't risk those 2 triggers going on the stack and the Colossus entering your hand like that, because that would be unfortunate. Alright guys, we're going to go on to the next match. I'll probably be recording that tomorrow though, because the servers are absolute wank. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're in. We're on the draw. We have 2 lands. If we hit a land, we got our piece of the puzzle. I think we can do better. Opponent thinks so as well by the looks of it. Yes, this one is great. Turn 2 Cathartic Reunion gets rid of 2 or 3 of our combo pieces. Pieces of the puzzle grabs us are ever after, hopefully dropping the Gear Hulk in as well while it's at it. We'll just go Smouldering Marsh and pass the turn. This is a pretty sweet hand. Our opponent is on blue-red and rank 26 called Mike Railton 713. Okay. A fellow Grixis player by the looks of it. Okay, right, so Swamp is in there, so we could go Drown Catacomb. Sure. Into Cathartic Reunion. Oh, Cathartic Reunion, bit of lag there. Dropping our combo pieces, drawing 3 cards we actually want in our hand, hopefully. Yeah, sure. That works out. More lands. We've got up to 5 mana, we need 6. So we only have to draw 1 land for the rest of the game and we should be fine. Next turn we get to Pieces of the Puzzle, try find our ever after, and then after that Jace is just going to be doing some pretty sweet stuff. Okay, Cathartic Reunion, dumping Fiery Temper and Scrap Each Scrounger. This looks like some sort of weird aggro deck. He's got lots of stuff he wants to dump into his graveyard. I figured this might be a mirror match at first, but who knows. Right, let's just go Island and Pieces of the Puzzle. Find that ever after. Find that Gear Hulk. We find just some disintegrations. You know what? I'm not entirely sure what this our opponent's doing right now, so seeing those is okay. Let's dump. Let's dump a Dispel. Might regret that if this is a more burny strategy. But if it's creature based, with things like Smuggler's Copter, then our disintegration's pretty sweet. He has no creature to actually crew it up though, so it looks like he's probably going to spend an entire turn doing that, which buys us some time. I'm just going to play the island out just in case we want to play any of our basic check lands. And we cannot play. That was a mistake, because we cannot play our Neonate and hold up disintegration. Alright, just pass the turn. It was me thinking long term, but in the short term we just screwed ourselves a little bit. Drowned Catacomb into Cloudsteed. So this is some sort of graveyard recurring deck by the looks of it, because this guy can discard 2 cards and then put himself back on the battlefield, which is going to be a problem because our board wipes do not exile. He's thinking to himself, why did he not play anything this turn? It's because I'm waiting for you to crew up your copter there. If you want to do that, I'm fine with that. I get the feeling he's going to pass though. Yeah. It's fine with me. Absolutely fine with me. Let's go with that, and now we can Jace and hold up Disintegration. If I Jace though, it's probably gonna die, in all honesty. I think I'll just Neonate here. And then pass the turn. See what our opponent wants to do. See, we've got 6 lands, so I can dump a land to the Neonate. There's a Bombardment. Cool. I'm going to dump a mountain. We've got enough basics on the field, and I think we officially just come into play untapped with all of our check lands now. Yeah, because we've got Island, Swamp, and Mountain. So all of our lands are untapped lands. Distended Mindbender. Sure. Gets to steal a 3 or less and 3 or more. Yeah, 3 or less or 4 or more. So it's probably a Disintegration, and that's all he can pick. And he can get the... Hang on. Non-land card with 3 or less, and a card of 4 or more. He only got a Jace. Yeah, of course. And then we kill that. Because he wanted us to. So we might as well play into it. I mean, I'm going to kill his Mindbender as well, because we can do both of our things. And a Radiant Flames for anything to pick up the pieces after that. So let's piece the puzzle. Holding up Disintegration. He is a graveyard recurring deck though, so it should be noted that if it enters his graveyard, it probably won't be the last time we see it. Ooh, Gear Hulk and Colossus. I'm taking both of these. Did we have Marionette Master in here yet? We do, so we just need to find our final combo piece, which the Diabolic Tutor will do for us. I might as well try find it with the Cathartic Reunion, I suppose. So, away with Sulphur Falls. Away with Radiant Flames. Draw 3 cards. Not what I want to see. Okay. But yeah, we just need to find our Ever After. He's going to Scrap Eat Scrounger. Exiling a creature out of his graveyard. It's the steed that could come back. Sure. He's also running a lot of burn by the looks of it. He's making me regret getting rid of my board wipe, isn't he? Taking 8 here. Yep, you're making me regret it. Rightly so, probably. Sulphur Falls. We can Neonate, double blocks. This guy didn't do anything. Or this gal. No, not really. Neonate. Neonate. Do I need to destroy something right now? Maybe the Mindbender? Or do I want to go for the win? Because if he has He needs another hasty creature, really. This gal becomes a 3/2 with flying, so 3... I can block one, kill another. I think I'm just going to go for my Ever After here. Let's go grab it. He wins or he loses. Pure and simple. Do you win? Probably. I'm expecting this fiery temper. It is. Is that going at me or one of my creatures? Me. Okay. So he needs to get rid of just one of my neonates. And if he can't do that, we lose. Looks like he might not be able to do that. Okay, block, block. He could have burn as well in his hand. It's also a possibility. We're just going to drop this island. Draw a card. Drop the island. Draw a card. Looking for a Dispel just in case he does have burn in his hand. And a Ghoul Steed. Alright. We might win. Short of a Galvanic Bombardment, perhaps. If you've got Galvanic Bombardment, which you have played before, it'd do 3 this time as well. Oh dear. Well, it's all or nothing. I don't think I can wipe his board enough to not die. No. I mean, kill. 4 damage there. We take 6. No. There's no way we can survive not doing this right now. So, Gear Hulk, Marionette Master. See if he understands the combo. See if he has burn. Servos. We win. Okay. Sacrifice the Colossus. That was too close for comfort right there. Pause the game. Oops, wrong one. This is why you pause the game, just in case you misclick. Sack those 2. That's 20 damage. Yep. GG opponent. That was too close for comfort right there. Shouldn't have got rid of that board wipe earlier. It would have made this a whole less close. Oh. Alright. On to the next game. Alright. Ooh, this hand. So we've got a turn 2 Cathartic Reunion. We have a backup Cathartic Reunion, and we have more self-mill. There's self-mill for days in this hand. We do have no blue mana, but we're probably going to get it off the Reunion anyway. And our opponent's thinking of whether or not he's going to mulligan. Looks like he's running out of time. Undecisive. He might be inactive as well. There's also that. Red again. Okay. This could be vehicles. And we get another Smouldering Marsh. Not bad. We'll play it out. Pass the turn. He's rank 29 called Jota Skate 91 though. Okay. Let's not see white here. Because vehicles are annoying. Oh, there's white. Okay, actually. Seeing this guy, I'm not sure what that makes me think about what this deck could be. Certainly planning on having more creatures than I can think about. So we could play Sulphur Falls, and that's our blue source. And Cathartic Reunion, discard. This guy's going to come into play tap, so we'll get rid of that. Do I want to get rid of my creature removal? I've got a board wipe, I suppose. So we'll get rid of the Disintegration here. No, we'll get rid of the other Reunion. Because we'll just go, I think, far too empty-handed if we start self-milling like that. Next time we get to pieces of the puzzle anyway, so we get to go 5 cards deep regardless. As opposed to the 3 with the reunion. Hanway Garrison. Alright, I'm going to pull the trigger on this Radiant Flames, I think, because this guy can get a bit out of hand. Then again, should I just disintegrate it instead? And just stick to the fact that he's got a 2-2? Yeah, I think pulling the trigger on a board wipe's a little premature. It's not that we can't get more board wipes though, because usually on a piece of the puzzle or a cathartic reunion, we usually just straight up find another board wipe. We've got that many ways of clearing the board and destroying things that it's not actually that bad. So I think we'll just pass the turn here. If he hasn't played anything pre-combat, we'll blow up the garrison. And we'll take it from there. We're going to kill it regardless. I'd just like to see if he's going to play something I hate even more. Or that might encourage me to do Radiant Flames rather than. Because this guy attacks for 4. For 3 mana. Ooh. You know what? We will take the hit. I think. We'll just wipe the board. Yeah, it sucks. But it's all going away. And that'll be the last hit he gets on us, I think. Down to 9, though. Okay. Radiant Flames, 4-3. Everything's dead. That right there could just be GG. If he overextended. If those 3 cards in his hand are lands, for example. Garrix Sanitarium into Knight of Pilgrim's Road. Oh, that's the renowned one, isn't it? He's actually left back his crappy ones. Or what I would deem crappy anyway. Tap target non-human creature is absolutely irrelevant. And a 3-2 renown. We are getting hit for 4 next turn though. I could pieces the puzzle and maybe find a board wipe for next turn when he gets that card out of his hand and whatever he draws. Or I could just straight up Diabolic Tutor for a board wipe. We've got 7 cards in our hand, so if we hit 2 cards off the pieces of the puzzle, I can also discard Marionette Master to hand size. It's riskier, but I think that's the way we're going to go. Come on, board wipe. Plus, also another spell. Oh, board wipe. Board wipe. Thank you. Alright, end turn. 8 cards in hand. Discard one of our combo pieces due to being over our hand size. Don't kill me here. Just don't kill me. And we're golden. 4 damage. His Knight Thingamajig gets a renown counter. Not enough to take it out of range. He does know that we've got these board wipes though, so he's definitely not gonna overextend. That in mind though, we die next turn if I don't deal with this. So, Languish Ho. Ooh, he's got a looter. Come on, combo piece for us. Piece of the puzzle. I think Diabolic Tutor is just a bit too slow here. Honestly. And he hits a land. Okay. We just need to hit our land drops. If we can hit our land drops up to 6, then we can Chandra and use that as a board wipe as well. There's a Bygone Bishop. We've got removal for a single creature. If he plays an extra, then... Okay, he's not gonna. Right, land. Yes. Fantastic. Now then. Problem is, all of our removal is 3 mana. So, I think... Oh, what can we do here? 7 cards in hand again, so if pieces of the puzzle hits our... well, actually, it makes... That's completely irrelevant. Shut up, Tom. We can take this hit. That's a thing that we can do. We can take it even more if pieces of the puzzle hits a dispel, in case that is a pump spell, for example. So if we can afford to take this hit, I think we'll go with the... Oh. Alright. Okay. So that's all 3 combo pieces in our graveyard. And we've got Diabolic Shooter to go grab the Ever After. So there's Marionette Master, there's the Gear Hulk and the Colossus. Getting hit for 3 here. I want to hit a land. A land means that we can pieces of the puzzle and hold up Disintegration. That is the best move for us. And it's a Neonate. Okay. We have to remove this. We don't necessarily have to do it right now, because we've got the Disintegration. So with that in mind, we could Neonate for an extra draw that might find us the Ever After, and we can still hold up Disintegration. We only have 5 mana, so we can only do one of these things plus the Neonate. So with that singular mountain, we'll do that. So yeah, we want the Disintegration on the Bygone Bishop, because I'd rather save a board wipe if he goes 2 cards and tries to do that. I'm pretty sure he knows we've got this Languish though, so it's not a surprise for him unless he actually has genuinely forgotten. Which is also a possibility, but unlikely and not something we want to hedge our bets on. So, he's got lethal on the board. There is absolutely no reason for him to use any of the cards in his hand. He does have the upper hand in that regard. So in comes the attack. We pause. We remove his creature. You don't have a protection spell, surely. He has a looter to try and find one, perhaps. And we get a Neonate. We don't want the Neonate. And no combat tricks. And he plays. He has another creature to put down onto the board. A 2/3. Do I want to sack this Neonate? The thing is, I can use it to block, but if he removes this creature, then we die. I'll keep it around. I'll keep it around as the last line of defense. Marionette Master. We also need another land before we can cast Ever After as well. So if I got a land... No, I wouldn't have enough. We'd only have 2 mana left open. That's not enough to do anything. We could pieces the puzzle into a Cathartic Reunion. How many have we dumped? We've only dumped 2 out of 4. So the likelihood of hitting them, being that we're pretty much halfway down our deck, is pretty good. We could sack Neonate to dump the Marionette Master. If we don't get anything good, we could Languish. But then he's probably got another creature in his hand. I think we just want a piece of the puzzle here. If he's got removal for our creature, we're dead. But he hasn't shown any sign of that being the case, despite the fact that he is actually running red. And a Twin Bolt kills us, so we don't really have much time to waste. I'm going to go pieces of the puzzle. Hopefully hit an Ever After here, and then we draw a land on our next turn. That is the hope. We hit the Ever After. We do have blue open for Dispel, but there's also Disintegration. And a reunion can get us that last land. So Ever After and Reunion gets us the final land. Ever After wins us the game. And then these two are largely irrelevant if we don't die. Yeah, let's do it. So, Cathartic Reunion. Discard Marionette Master and Diabolic Tutor. We don't need the tutor, we have everything we need. Land. There's a land. Okay. Let's pretend to hold up Dispel and pass the turn. We've got our Neonate to block the one damage that's coming in that's not gonna kill us. If he removes our creature or he has a creature with haste, we're dead. If not, we've got the game as long as he doesn't have a Blessed Alliance or some form of life gain at instant speed. He's gonna loot. He's decided not to loot. If we dumped all of our Dispels. No, there's still one Dispel left in the deck, so he's floating mana now. I'm pretty sure that wasn't what he planned on doing. I was going to say we could stand a chance of looting into a Dispel. We're just going to drop the land. He drops a land. Tap target non-human creature. Yeah, so... Oh, crap. If he realises it, we've lost. He can attack because it's got Vigilance and then pay the 1 to tap our creature. If he realises that, we've lost. I get the feeling he hasn't, though, because he's taking his time. I didn't realise that, so... He's going to combat. Oh, he's found it. No, don't do it. There he goes. Yeah. You got us. You got us. What would we have drawn? Let's find out. We had him on the next turn round, though. It was a land. Not that it mattered. Regardless of what we drew, we would have won, but... Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. Alright guys, well that is going to do it for today's episode. So if you have enjoyed the content, then be sure to leave a like, it helps me out a great deal. And subscribe if you haven't already for more Magic content in the future. Since this this particular series has been going a little bit on and off and all over the place, I'm going to do a 4th episode, so expect that tomorrow. Just as a... sorry. But yeah, not having it out yesterday was kind of... not my fault though, because the servers were all over the place and I didn't really want to give you guys games against the AI, so... Anyway guys, stick around for the end card, see the rest of the content I've got to offer, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.